Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today I'm reviewing Bounty Hunters issue 15, War of the Bounty Hunters, The Gathering, which was written by Ethan Sachs with art by Paulo Villanueva, and it came out on August 4th, 2021. So yeah, I thought it was an alright issue. I once again continued to really like Valance and Dengar as a team, just kind of how they riffed off each other and how they don't really like each other, but are working together. I really like them as a team, and whatnot. But the issue also tied in nicely with other War of the Bounty Hunters stuff. Definitely the Forlom and Zuckuss one shot, which had came out the same day as this issue. But because of that, it did kind of confuse me a little bit on the timeline of the events of that issue, this issue, and just kind of everything. But hopefully it gets a little more clear, in next couple issues, for the Bounty Hunters and War of the Bounty Hunters and whatnot. So yeah, mainly because it's just more of how much time has passed, because just of what happens in this issue, mainly because Valance and Dengar, we see them interact with characters who we know are currently at the auction, where in the series they mainly take part in. So it just kind of confused me there, and Valance and Dengar learn about the auction at the end of this issue. So, it just kind of confused me there. But the stuff with Zuckuss, Zuckuss does not interact with Valance and Dengar. He interacts with Tonga and whatnot. So I would assume maybe the event, the moments in this issue of Valance and Dengar take place before that, or they just learn about the auction later, they couldn't have action because the characters they're interacting with, the moment they learned about it was pretty much almost directly afterwards. So, I don't know. I'm a little confused. It's really I'm not bashing this issue for that. It's just something like the whole crossover, series and whatnot. It'll probably make more sense soon. But like I said, it tied in nicely with other War of the Bounty Hunters issues. Like I said, Forlom and Zuckuss also tied in nicely with Dr. Hafra, mainly because the character of Qi'ra, who was a character in this series in the first 6 issues, and then was a character in the Dr. Hafra series, which kind of, pick up directly with that character where she left off in the Dr. Hafra series. So there's events what didn't happen in this series, what happened in the other. So nice little crossover there. But the issue does actually pick up in that moment with Qi'ra, and because in the events of Dr. Hafra series, she's kind of injured and whatnot. And so she's going to this hideout because, like I said, she was injured. But she gets to hang out where Destic is waiting for her. And, Destic introduces herself and gives Qi'ra the invite to the Crimson Dawn auction. But, like I said, Tonga, we see her with her significant other, Lasha, start forming crew, which they go to this fighting arena where they watch Tasu Leech win this fight, and then they hire him. But then they go to this Gand space station where they meet Zuckuss, who's, depressed about Forlom and, because of the events of the Forlom and Zuckuss one-shot. But Zuckuss is basically nude. He's wearing pants, but he doesn't have any shirt on. He's not wearing his mask. It's a very interesting sight. Obviously, if you watch my review for the Forlom and Zuckuss, my review on that, I love, big bugs. So it's definitely, I definitely enjoyed that sight. But they eventually convince Zuckuss to join them. But most of the issue follows Valance and Dengar as they escape Nar Shaddaa and head back to Can't Debate, where they meet Just Lucky and Ariel Yu, which is the part where timeline kind of confusing because we see those characters, in the Dr. Aphra series, well, that's not a tie into the Dr. Aphra series, but they learned about the auction in issue 10, and they're currently at the auction, I believe. So, issue 10 of the Dr. Aphra series. And so this event takes place before the events of that issue, or during the events of that issue. So, it just made it a little confusing there. But they send them to Wendelphus, because I guess she's currently in possession of Dengar's ship, which I guess, he lost in a bet to her. But Dengar can't convince her to give him his ship back, so Valance does. And so they go to the ship and start to get it unshackled, unlocked, and whatnot. And, while doing that, Deathstick attacks them, and Valance kind of gets pushed off a ledge and flies into the window of this casino, which, he then has to get back up to the landing pad. But while he's doing that, we see Dengar and Deathstick fight each other, and then Dengar asks if they can talk, about everything, which, we don't see what they talk about, because it cuts back to Dengar, who then arrives at the landing pad, who finds, Dengar, or Valance arrives back in the landing pad, who finds Dengar beat up, but Dengar says Deathstick got away, but he snatched this invite off of her, which, I would assume Dengar just made a deal with her and got the invite, and we'll see something with that in a later issue. So yeah, but that's in the end of the issue, and so I assume they'll then head for the auction after this. But yeah, like I said, I thought the issue was alright. I'm still very much enjoying Valance and Dengar's team up. But this issue kind of just was more build up for them to going to the auction. Nothing really crazy happened with them. I still enjoyed it. Enjoyed their, back and forth and whatnot. Their unwilling team up. I really like that. But, them getting the invitation, it's kind of been a repetitive storyline in this War of the Bounty Hunters crossover. But I did enjoy them getting the invitation in this issue, more so than some of the other ones. Yeah, and, we also, Vukra get an invitation in this, so it's just something that's been going on, what's happening so much. It's pretty repetitive. Even though I enjoyed how some of the moments more than some of the other issues, but yeah. But I still enjoyed how it tied into, War of the Bounty Hunters as a whole, into other series. I feel like, this tied in a lot with basically most of the stuff. Like I said, tied in obviously with the main miniseries, but the Forlaw, Mizukis, Dr. Aphra, I liked how it tied in, more so than some of the other series right now. But the stuff with Tonga and whatnot, which is kind of the Bounty Hunter series own thing, I don't really think it's going to end up tying into War of the Bounty Hunters that much. Right now, I'm just not super invested into it. Hopefully, I'll get more invested into it as it continues to build up and whatnot. But, I'm just not invested into it right now. But, this issue, I just felt like it was a lot of build up to events. Valance and Dengar, just more build up to them going to the auction. The Tonga stuff is just more build up for probably future arcs of a Bounty Hunter series. So, it's just something, just more of a build up issue, which is fine. There's nothing I really disliked about this issue, but there wasn't really anything I absolutely loved. My favorite part was seeing Zuckus in, his, just that sight. I just really liked it. So yeah, but this issue just was one way. Didn't, there was nothing I really disliked about it, but there wasn't anything I really liked about it. But so yeah, but my grade, I'll give it a B-. So yeah, anyways, next continuing on, catching up with the comics and whatnot. I believe next will be War of the Bounty Hunters issue 3. So you can check that out then. But in the meantime, you can check out everything I do from, the comics and everything Star Wars. So, yeah, but I've been Star Wars Review, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.